All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Judge Blake Adams. We're here for pretrial conferences with the public defender and unrepresented. We have Ms. Bonilla for the state. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We have Ms. Woodley and Ms. Armpriester from the public defender's office. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me call on some people that are in the Zoom hearing. I currently do not have anyone in the courtroom. Let me call on Mr. Beckman. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you for calling me. I'm appearing on behalf of Gail Crossan, who's also on the Zoom call. I can see that she's currently muted. And I've talked to the prosecutor on the case. Whatever information you need, Judge, I'm here to provide.
All right. What are we doing today?
Well, Judge, the prosecutor, who, by the way, has been extremely diligent and hardworking, I appreciate her communication as late as 5 o'clock yesterday, and I have worked out a potential plea agreement to be resolved perhaps in about 30 days. She was explaining to me, Your Honor, that probably would have to resolve it as a plea in absentia, which I'd want to at least know a little bit about the court's rules today, perhaps of what I can do to accomplish it, so that next time we reset the case for plea, I have everything done for the court. If it's possible that we could take the plea in absentia. The plea, Your Honor, is going to be to a DUI and with some penalties that we're still working on, but that is the intention of the parties.
Okay. Yeah, if we're going to do a plea in absentia, we can do it at the next pretrial conference date, provided all plea in absentia documents have been filed, of course, which would need to lay out the rights that the defendant would be waiving, as well as the terms of the agreement, and include fingerprints.
Understood, Your Honor. And I would, if I could contact your judicial assistant and kind of maybe forward some of that information and file it with the court, I'll be happy to get the fingerprint cards moving and the waivers that I have.
Okay. All right. So are you requesting then to continue to the next pretrial conference?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, please.
All right. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to continue it to March 31st at 9 o'clock. That'll be on the private attorney docket. You'll receive the Zoom information and what time you should call in from my judicial assistant prior to that date.
Thank you, Your Honor, and thank you very much to the state.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Beckman.
Nice day.
All right. Ms. Woodley or Ms. Armpriester, do either of you need to be anywhere this morning?
Your Honor, Ms. Woodley can go first. She has other obligations today and I don't, so I'll go ahead and let her call her docket and then I'll call my cases if that's okay with you.
That's fine. Ms. Woodley, could you call the cases in which you have clients who are present on the Zoom call first?
Yes, I believe I see a name Ahmed, and that should be Ahmed Bez, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, 20mm 700, who's on the closer to the top of the docket.
Okay.
I see him on with headphones. I'm not sure if he can hear. He's not muted. I'm going to ask for a continuance on that. I don't have any discovery on my end. If Ms. Bonilla, if you can send me, all I'm seeing for this is an NTA, but I have nothing further. If you can send me any discovery on your end.
Discovery was provided to you, Ms. Woodley, on February 22nd, but I can have it resent to you.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm only seeing the NTA. And if I can have the court's time for a moment to get Mr. Ahmed's phone number.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed, can you hear me?
Yes.
What's your phone number, please, if you don't mind providing it on Zoom?
Can I just say it?
If you don't mind.
Okay, 239-595-9049.
9049. Okay, thank you. And if I can get a continuance to the next pretrial date?
All right, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Baez.
Thank you.
Then let's see, who do we got? Don't think
All
we
right.
have anybody else on Zoom who are my clients. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Looking
Right,
at the
well, let me-
names.
So we can reduce the people in the Zoom. Let me, Ms. Armpriest, are you still with us?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let me
Thomas
call.
Young might be represented by our office.
He is. Thomas Patrick Young, case number 20 CT 2326 with Ms. Armpriester.
Judge, we want to set this for a plea in person, please.
All right. Want to do March 5th?
I am scheduled to be in an all-day jury trial with Judge Nicola that day.
Can someone cover for you?
I will do what I can to find coverage, Judge, yes.
The defendant is present. All right. Mr. Young, will March 5th at 9 o'clock work for you?
Yes, it will, Your Honor.
All right. March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Young. We'll see you then.
Sounds good.
I'll be in touch with you, Thomas. Be here then.
Okay, thank you, Miss Armpriester.
You're welcome.
All right. Let me go to the person whose screen name is iPhone. Good morning. Can you hear me? Are you there? Sir, can you hear me?
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the person whose screen name is iPhone. All right, seem to be having some technical difficulties. Okay, let me go to the person whose screen name is Galaxy A01.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Joshua Counts.
All right, thank you. All right, this is case number 20MM1295. I'm showing that you recently applied for the public defender and were approved. I'll make a temporary appointment of the public defender. Ms. Woodley or Ms. Armpriester?
Your Honor, depending on whoever gets this, I'm sure, speaking for Ms. Woodley, we would like to continue this to the next pretrial date to allow us to get familiar with this individual's case. If we could have that next date, please.
Any objection?
No objection, Your
Oh, Your
Honor. Is this for Mr. Joshua Counts?
That's correct.
It is showing that it's showing that there's already a public defender, but it's not Miss Woodley or Miss Armpriester. It's Miss Courtney Stacy.
She's with our office. That's fine.
I'm not showing that a notice of appearance has been filed yet, but all right. April 1st at 9 o'clock. Ms. Armpriester, do you need any contact information from Mr. Counts?
Not at this time, Judge. On Zoom, if he wants to come up to the 5th floor, he can get my business card and we can go from there.
Well, he's on Zoom.
I'm sorry. Yes, our office phone number, I can give it to him. It's
239
252
252
8397.
8397. Okay.
Give us a call tomorrow. We should have more paperwork and info by then.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Counts. Have a good day.
Likewise, Mr. Adams. Thank you.
Thank you.
8390.
All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is Joshua Hinman.
Also my client, Judge.
Okay. This is case number 20MM1985.
We want to set this for plea, Judge. I'm sure the 3-5 date will work.
Right, so in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objection, Ms. Bonilla?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hinman, we're going to set your case for March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, next, let me go to the person whose screen name is Thomas G.
Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you tell me your name?
Thomas Gilhooly.
All right, this is case number 20MM1234. All right, I see that you filed an application for indigent status. I see that the clerk found you not indigent, and there's a request for a hearing, and we can go ahead and conduct that now. Will you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Gahuli, are you currently employed?
Yes.
And what's your current monthly income?
About $2,000.
All right. And do you have any dependents?
I have 2 children.
All right. Do you have any additional income?
No.
Do you receive any child support or government benefits?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any money in the bank?
A little bit, about $500, but that's my emergency fund.
Okay.
I did spend all my money on an attorney, and she withdrew from my case. So now I am hoping to receive another.
Okay. Do you have any retirement assets?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any stocks, bonds, mutual funds, any other equities?
Not of any great value. No, Your Honor.
All right. Do you own any real estate?
No, Your Honor.
Do you own any personal property like cars, boats, trucks, RVs?
No, Your Honor.
What are your monthly expenses?
I have to feed myself. That's about $200 a month. I do drive a car that takes about $150 a month in gas. I have children that I have to feed, which there's another $200. I have to clothe them. I have to clothe myself. I have $789 in rent. My phone bill is $100. I can keep going.
Keep going.
I have.
Utilities?
I'm sorry.
Utilities?
Yes, that's another $200.
Insurance?
It's about $70, $78.
Health insurance?
I do not have any health insurance. I am putting my kids into daycare, which that's also going to be another expense. I don't have any. I applied for the 4 C's in order to bring those costs down. So I'm just waiting to get approved in order for me to put them into daycare.
Okay.
While I go to work.
Anything else?
Trying to think. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I think that's fine.
All right, based on your income, the number of dependents, and your monthly expenses, I find the defendant indigent and will appoint the public defender. Do I not have any orders? Can I get an order? All right, Ms. Armpriester or Ms. Woodley, what would you like to do?
Your Honor, based on the finding of indigency, we would request that this be continued to the next pretrial conference.
All right, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gahuli, I'm filling out an order right now appointing the public defender for you. Make sure, Ms. Armpriester, you want to give Mr. Gahuli your phone number?
I believe he's in the courthouse, Judge. If he could come upstairs, I could give him my business card.
Oh, okay. Are you in the courthouse, Mr. Gahuli?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please come up to suite 510.
510. I will be right there.
Miss Ramirez works the front. Just say, can I please have Carrie Armpriester's business card, and you and I will be in touch because your last name starts with a G. You'll be my client.
Cool.
All right, Mr. Gahuli, we're going to continue your case to April 1st at 9 o'clock. Make sure to stay in contact with your assigned attorney from the public defender's office before that court date, okay?
Okay. Would I have to be there or on the Zoom, or would they
We'll
go
talk.
for me? Or
For now, we'll talk. For now, just get my contact info.
sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gahuli. All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is Mark's Galaxy Tablet, I believe.
That Mark's Galaxy, I'm just listening in for Lisa Goodman case.
Okay, thank you. All right, let me go to Daniel Garcia.
Also,
Hello?
my client, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right.
We'd like to set this for an in-person plea. March 5th should be fine.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Garcia, we're going to set your case for March 5th at 9 o'clock. We'll see you then.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. The next case we'll call is person whose screen name is Judy Cullinan.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Judy Cullinan with Glance Law. I'm representing Eddie Washington.
All right, case number 20MM1860. All right, where are we at, Ms. Cullinan?
Judge, I filed a motion to consolidate these cases, and he also has a felony. They were all interrelated and they're all on the same day. So, but be that as it may, Judge, I would need a continuance. I do not have discovery on this case. He was offered PTI in the felony case, but I don't have any discovery as of yet on either case. So I would take, if I could have a continuance until April.
All right, our next private attorney pretrial conference is March 31st. Will that work for you?
That's just fine, Judge, Your Honor. Judge, Your Honor, I guess I'm getting duplicitous in my old age. And if I could ask the court's indulgence, my secretary only gave me the Zoom for this one. I think she thought it was going to be handling both cases. I don't know. Would Your Honor or anyone in your court know the Zoom for a felony hearing this morning?
No. Do you know which judge that's in front of?
Well, now I'm going to display my Miami ignorance. Are you Judge Blake or Judge Foster?
I'm Judge Adams. Yes, Blake.
Well, oh, okay. So it's Adams. Okay, I wasn't that. Oh, jeez. I'll be better prepped. It's Judge Foster.
I'm actually showing that his case is assigned to Judge Manulich.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to say anything anymore. I'm done.
So, you'll have to contact Judge Manulich's judicial assistant to get that.
That's no problem. Manulich?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate the information.
All right, Ms. Bonilla, any objection to a continuance to March 31st?
No objection, Your Honor. And Ms. Cullinan, I did provide discovery on February 9th. I'm going to re-provide it to you again today.
Oh, thank you so much. That's much appreciated.
All right, March 31st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much. Have a good
All right. Thank you, you too. All right, let me see. Person whose screen name is iPhone with the blue wall background. Can you hear me? There seems to be a problem with your microphone. You may want to exit and try to come back into the hearing. All right, let me go to Stephen Violet.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. This is with Ms. Armpriester. It's case number 20MM116. Ms. Armpriester.
Judge, what's the case number for this again?
20MM116. I'm sorry, that's not the correct. Sorry, 20CT1117. Ms. Armpriester, are you there? Okay. All right, Mr. Violet, we'll recall your case.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, let me go to the courtroom because I've got a few people here. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Will you tell me your name?
My name is AROSE.
All right, this is case number 20CT2498. You're on a charge of driving while license suspended or revoked, second offense. Were you able to get your license reinstated?
I am not. My boss was actually waiting for me to get probation to get this closed down. And I am faith and trying to make ends meet. You need some kind of a payment plan or some way to give me a little more time to be able to pay the fine in order to get my license. Is there anything that we can do?
Where's the fine out of? What county?
Here.
Okay. So what you need to do is go to the first floor where it says customer service.
Yes, sir.
And work out a payment plan with the clerk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Bonilla, if Ms. Alvarez gets her driver's license reinstated, will that improve the offer?
Yes, it will, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Alvarez, would you like a continuance in order to try to get your license reinstated?
Please.
Okay. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, we're going to continue your case to April 1st at 9 o'clock. All right. When you come back then, let me know where you're at with your payment plan and how far along you think it'll be before you can get your license reinstated. All right.
Much appreciated.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Alvarez. Don't forget.
April 1st, 9 a.m.
April 1st at 9 a.m. We're going to give you a notice.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning. Tell tell me the last name again?
Zelaya with a Z.
Thank you. All right, this is case number 20 CT 2462. You're here on a charge of driving while license is suspended or revoked second offense. Were you able to get your license reinstated?
I actually not only did I get a ticket here at Collier, but if you could previously see, most of my tickets are located in Miami-Dade. So it's literally one of them on collections, another one, you know, I don't even know. And so now is really when I'm trying to get on top of it. I started traffic school classes that I start until next week. And then on top of that, they also told me I have to do 50 hours of community service hours, as well as pay the full amount, and that's just for one ticket. So I don't know if there's a way to maybe combine all of that. And
There's not, because they're in separate counties.
so it would have to be for Collier, Miami-Dade, right?
Correct.
So then at least for Collier, I don't know what are the options or what I could do. I don't, because first, before I could even get a license, I first have to squash everything I have first in Miami-Dade. So I could tell you to continue the phase, but I really don't know how long it's gonna take me. And I'll be completely honest with you. Something that, you know, since I was about maybe like what, when I got my first ticket, I was like maybe 17, 18. Never had a restricted, never had a license, you know, just, I didn't really understand the importance of taking care of your license. So yeah. And unfortunately, like I don't want nobody to drive me around, so that's the only reason why I do drive.
Do you understand that you're facing a first-degree misdemeanor and that you have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one, I would appoint one to represent you? Okay, do you want me to make a temporary appointment of one today? All right, I'll make a temporary appointment of the public defender.
If we could get a continuance to the next pretrial date on April 1st, and if she could come up to the 5th floor to provide her contact information, as well as go to the clerk's office to fill in an application so she can be appointed to our office, and hopefully by April 1st, we'll have all the information.
Okay. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Zelaya, we're gonna continue your case to April 1st at 9 o'clock. What I want you to do today before you leave the courthouse is go down to the 1st floor where it says customer service. Tell them you need to fill out an application for the public defender. Make sure to complete that and turn that back in. They'll tell you whether or not you're approved. If you're approved, I want you to then go up to the 5th floor to the public defender's office and provide them with your contact information, okay?
Another question is, when you serve a first-degree misdemeanor, in the case scenario, something happens, God forbid, like how much time is that jail time or no?
Ms. Bonilla, how much jail time is involved in this offense?
For 2462, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what's the maximum sentence?
The first degree misdemeanor, Your Honor, so the maximum sentence would be 90 days in jail. But the state is not requesting jail time on this case.
I understand. The maximum sentence is 90 days in jail.
Okay, so 1st floor, and then they'll let me know if I get approved right there, and then I just go straight up to the 5th floor to give them all my contact, right?
Correct.
And I'll be able to do a payment plan if needed.
Talk to the clerk's office about a payment plan, okay? On your traffic offenses.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there's also Operation Greenlight. I couldn't hear everything, but if there's fines that she's talking about, Operation Greenlight's on Friday.
Okay. Ms. Zelaya, you can ask them about Ms. Zelaya, you can ask the clerk about Operation Greenlight. Okay?
It's tomorrow, actually.
Is there any way it could be considered for school instead, because I live in Miami-Dade?
You can talk to the public defender about that, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Will you tell me your name? All right, Mr. Castro, you're here on two cases, 20 CT 2295 and 20 MM 1907. Give me a moment to pull those up. The CT case is a driving while license suspended or revoked third or subsequent offense. And the misdemeanor, the MM case, is possession of drug paraphernalia. And that's it. All right. You understand that you're charged with 2 first-degree misdemeanors. Each of those is punishable by a maximum sentence of 1 year in the county jail. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, I would appoint one to represent you. Do you intend on hiring an attorney?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, a private attorney?
Yes.
All right.
So I just started working again, so that's why it took me a little while, but I've been looking into attorneys as well.
Okay.
I started my classes. To get my license back, I started my 48-hour advanced driver license.
Okay. So are you requesting a continuance so that you can try to get your license as well as try to hire an attorney? Okay. Ms. Bonilla, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, sir, we're going to continue your case to April 1st at 9 o'clock. Try to have an attorney hired by then and get as much done as you can toward getting your license reinstated, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Castro. We'll continue both cases to that date.
You're out calling for a criminal interpreter. He's not in the building.
You want me to?
Probably need to use language line, I guess. All right, hang on. Okay, well, I don't have the language line. Oh, here it is.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit client ID. For Spanish, press 1. For other, press 2. Please speak the name of the desired language.
Haitian Creole.
I understood. Haitian Creole. If this is correct, say yes or press 1. Please enter your access code followed by the pound sign. Please hold for an interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter.
Good afternoon, this is Shirley, Haitian Court Interpreter. Good morning, I'm sorry. Shirley, Haitian Court Interpreter, ID number 25584.
Good morning. This is Judge Blake Adams in Collier County, Florida. I have you on speakerphone in open court.
Okay.
All right, and I have the defendant present. And if you're ready to begin, Madam Interpreter, I'll go ahead and start.
You can start.
All right. Good morning, sir. Will you tell me your name?
Bonjour, monsieur. Est-ce que vous nom?
Ronald Emmanuel.
Ronald Emmanuel.
All right, this is case number 19MM1855.
Et case number dossier ici, c'est 19MM1855.
And sir, you're represented by Attorney Armpriester.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat that?
And sir, you're represented by the public defender, Ms. Armpriester.
Et vous représentez par Armpriester.
Yes.
Avocat les Armpriester.
Oh, oui, eu te di pou mwen avokat, mwen mwen pou reprezenter anken mwen nase.
Pardon?
Mwen pou reprezenter anken mwen, mwen eu te di mwen sa fom yon avokat, mwen pou reprezenter anken.
I was told that I need to get a lawyer, but I do not have one yet.
You actually do have one. It's Ms. Armpriester. She's with the public defender's office.
And I've been trying to locate him for a long time.
Armpriester, c'est lui-même qui avec qui avocat dans l'office.
Okay.
Mr. Emmanuel, do you have a phone number that we can provide to Ms. Armpriester?
Est-ce que vous numéro de téléphone nous capable de avocat et Miss Armpriester?
Mbap mwen Christer, non?
Pardon?
Mbap, so e di mwen sa di nan kose.
He's asking for repetition, I will repeat. Est-ce que vous avez un numéro de téléphone pour me capable de avocat qui est Madame Armpriester?
Oh, le numéro téléphone, mwen téléphone, numéro.
I do not have my own number. I could give you a number.
Do you have a number that you can be reached at?
Est-ce que vous avez un numéro de téléphone pour nous joindre si besoin?
Oh, oui.
Yes, I do.
All right, can you go ahead and provide that?
Est-ce que vous avez un numéro ça, s'il vous plaît?
Oh, 305 509 1866.
It is 305-509-1866.
Did you get that, Ms. Armpriester?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have that number. I've not been successful since December in contacting Mr. Emmanuel at that number.
Madam Interpreter, were you able to hear Ms. Armpriester?
No.
All right, she said that she's been unable to contact you at that number, sir.
Oh, mais avocat dit pas qu'il y a possibilité pour joindre un numéro ça.
Oh, I don't have email encore.
I do not have. Pardon?
Oui, si je l'ai mis à jeune. Mais je bon l'autre numéro pour si vous l'avez dans l'autre.
I'm going to give you another number so you could find me in another number.
Okay.
Okay.
89.
Combien?
89.
Mm-hmm.
55.
Mm-hmm.
Mais 26 là.
The number is 239-255-2630.
Ms. Armpriester, were you able to get that number?
Yes.
Okay. What would you like to do today, Ms. Armpriester?
Your Honor, I would like to continue to the next pretrial.
All right, and Ms. Armpriester would like to continue her case to the next pretrial conference.
Et Madame Priester a me continuer dossier hein, dans prochaine et pretrial conférence. When?
April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Le 1er avril à 9h du matin.
Après avril à 9h du matin.
April 1st, 9 a.m.
That's correct.
Oui, c'est ça.
1er avril à 9h du matin.
Oui.
Oui, m'a venu.
I will be here.
All right, any objection, Ms. Bonilla?
No objection, Your Honor, but I do ask that this be the last continuance granted by the court.
Madam Interpreter, were you able to hear that?
No, sir, I cannot hear her.
All right. So the state attorney has no objection to the continuance.
Et avocat pas aucune objection de pour continuer.
She's asking that this be the final continuance.
Elle est demandée pour ce dernier final et continuer.
Oui.
Yes.
All right, so the court's going to continue your case to April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Et court non va continuer dossier le 1er avril à 9h du matin.
Okay, sir.
And Madam Clerk, if you'll mark this as the final continuance.
Et Madame nan dit comme ça que ça c'est la dernière fois que nous continuons.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes, Ms. Armpriester.
if Mr. Emmanuel can come upstairs, there is an offer in his case. We might even be able to set this for plea sooner. I just need him to please come upstairs. I do have a Haitian Creole interpreter to communicate for me.
All right. Madam Interpreter, were you able to hear that?
I was able to hear that she wants him to come upstairs, and I didn't hear everything else.
All right, I'll go ahead and state what she said. All right, Mr. Emmanuel, your attorney, Ms. Armpriester, would like for you to go up to the 5th floor to the public defender's office before you leave the courthouse today.
Ok, avocat m'a dit en déplacer aujourd'hui pour aller dans le 5e étage pour aller dans l'office public defender.
She would like to review the case with you and discuss the plea offer in your case.
Il t'a aimé discuter parler ensemble avec vous de cas, les finir pour parler ensemble avec vous de cas positif.
Okay. D'accord, sir.
Ok, I agree.
All right. Okay. Do you have a question? No. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Don't forget to go up to the public defender's office before you leave the courthouse. And your next court date will be April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Ok, monsieur, et on va déplacer, aller dans le 5e étage, aller dans l'office public defender, et puis pour continuer pour le 1er avril à 9h du matin.
Okay, sir. D'accord.
Okay, thank you. I agree.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
You're very welcome. Thank you for everything I said.
Thank you, you too. All right. Let me go to Stephen Violet.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning again. With Armpriester.
Yes.
Case number 20CT1117.
Your Honor, Mr. Violet has 2 pending cases. We're looking to get a global offer. He's also working on his license, and he does qualify in some way for Project Greenlight for tomorrow. So we're going to ask for that April 1st date.
Right. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, we'll continue. Where's his other case at, Ms. Armpriester?
Judge, it's newer. I'm not sure if it's past arraignment or not.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll go ahead and continue this case to April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Violet. All right, and then let me see, okay, Ms. Armpriester, Ms. Woodley, I'll let whoever needs to go first go.
Go ahead, Ms. Woodley.
Thank you, Ms. Armpriester. All right, do you mind if I start at the top of the docket?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so first would be Pedro Acosta Castillo in 20MM1017. If I can get a continuance to April 1st, I have a hearing on March 30th requesting subpoena for phone records.
It's already set.
It's already set for the 30th of March.
Okay, because I don't see a notice.
Oh. I will I will make sure I get that notice of hearing filed right away.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock if there's no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. Next on my list would be Yolanda Boyles in 20 CT 1708. She did want the court to know how hard she's been working to try to get a hardship driver's license. The DMV she went to the DMV and they had told her that it is up to the judge to sign an order to allow her to have a hardship license. I informed her that is not true. She has another appointment with the DMV on March 8th. So if I can get a continuance to allow her to work on getting this hardship, and hopefully it puts her in a better situation with the state attorney.
Well, that could be correct depending on why her license is suspended.
She's habitual.
If it's like for a DUI or something. Okay. Any objection, Ms. Bonilla?
No objection to the continuance, Your Honor.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock. Ms. Woodley, before we continue, let's see if the person who's got the iPhone can hear us.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, we can hear you now. Can you tell me?
My mic.
What's your name?
Juan Ruiz.
All right. You have regional counsel. Regional counsel has not appeared yet, so we're going to recall your case, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just hang tight with us. Okay, let me go to Mr. McGann. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry for the parents. I'm at a doctor's office trying to get my follow-up, so got the mask on.
Okay.
I have one case. I filed the notice of appearance yesterday. The case number is 20MM2039. Last name is Jean Mary.
With the J?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've got it.
We would ask for a 2-cycle continuance to the Cinco de Mayo court date. She should have been signed up for diversion by that day. That'll just give me the whole month of March to make an appointment with Mr. Cruz.
All right. Any objection to that, Ms. Bonilla?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McGann, we'll continue the case to May 5th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Stay well.
Yep.
All right, let's go back to Ms. Woodley.
All right, thank you. Next would be Vincent Brown, 20MM1948. I just got a plea offer for his MM1948 case. So if I can have a continuance to relay that offer to him, I'd appreciate it.
All right, you want the next pretrial?
To April 1st and next pretrial, please.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. And next would be Carlos Davia, 20MM2074. If we can set this for status on March 8th.
Well, status is March 5th.
Oh, I'm sorry, March 5th.
Okay. You're not setting it for trial.
Yeah, setting it for trial. We're ready for trial.
Okay, so if you're setting it for trial, we have calendar call March 8th and trial March 9th.
That's what I meant.
Okay, state ready?
Judge, the state is not ready for trial. We have officers who are witnesses who are out this trial cycle.
Including the backup week?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So you're requesting that we continue it to the next pretrial?
Yes, Judge, if we can continue this to the next pretrial, if Ms. Woodley chooses to set it for trial in April, the state should be ready.
And I mean, I'm asking that we not continue it any further. He's in custody and he has no other cases.
Judge, this case is relatively not that old. Once again, our witnesses are unavailable.
Yeah, it looks like this is the first pretrial. All right, I'll go ahead and grant the state's request for a continuance and continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Ms. Bonilla, would you consider the original offer in this case?
For 20MM2074, Judge, if I may put the offer on the record.
Go ahead.
Ms. Whitley, you indicated that your client is in custody, correct?
He is.
Should your client get released from custody, diversion is on the table. However, if he is not released, the state's current offer at this time for battery is a withhold of an adjudication, 12 months probation, where he may early term at 6 months, no contact with the victim, anger management, and court cost and cost of prosecution.
Would you step to his release so he can get into diversion?
A reasonable bond was provided to the defendant. At this time, the state is not willing to step to an ROR.
All right, I guess I will, with this case, request a hearing and we'll go from there.
No problem.
All right, anything else on that case?
No.
Not on behalf of the state, Judge.
All right.
Daniel Jaradovic in 20 CT 2288. If I can get a continuance to April 1st pre-trial so we can go over discovery. He did just pick it up from my office yesterday.
All right, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next would be Miller. Miller Dunn has two cases, 20 CT 841 and then 20 MM 666. In the second case, we have a motion that's scheduled for March 8th. If I can get a continuance on both of them. He's also going over the driving case to Operation Greenlight tomorrow.
Is this case set, are we setting it for trial or are we just hearing the motion?
The second case, I'm not setting the 20 CT case for trial, but I'm going to be setting, well, I guess the 8th is the motion. Yes, that is before trial call. So if I can set the second one for trial, since we're going to be able to hear
the second one, are you referring to the MM case?
Yes, then my motion will be able to be heard before trials start.
All right, what date are you requesting the CT case to be continued to?
April 1st for the CT case, please.
Any objection?
No objection for the CT
All right,
case.
we'll continue 20 CT 841 to April 1st at 9 o'clock. And let's talk about the MM case again. Are you ready for trial?
I am.
State ready?
Ready.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Ms. Bonilla.
Yes, Judge, the state is ready for trial.
All right, so we'll go ahead and set it for calendar call March 8th at 9 o'clock. And yes, I know it's set for a hearing. And March 9th for trial.
All right. Next would be Brian Jackson, if we're ready.
Hang on, I've got somebody in the courtroom. Sir, if you could come up to the lectern.
Justin Wimmer.
Good morning. All right, Justin Wimmer, case number 20MM1999. All right, sir, you're here on a charge of resisting or obstructing an officer without violence. Do Do you understand that that is a first-degree misdemeanor punishable by a maximum sentence of 1 year in the county jail? You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I would appoint one to represent you. Do you understand all of that? Okay. Mr. Wimmer, do you intend on proceeding without an attorney, hiring an attorney, or do you need to have one appointed to represent you? All right, I'll make a temporary appointment of the public defender.
If we can get a continuance to the April 1st and he can be instructed to go down to the clerk's office to fill out an application to see if he's indigent. If he is in fact indigent, if he can come up to the 5th floor, if he is in the courtroom, and then give us his contact information, please.
All right, Ms. Bonilla, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Wimmer, I'm going to continue your case to April 1st at 9 o'clock. What I want you to do before you leave the courthouse is go down to the 1st floor where it says customer service. Tell them you need to fill out an application for the public defender. Go ahead and complete that application and turn it back in. They'll tell you whether or not you are approved. Then go up to the 5th floor to the public defender's office and provide them with your contact information and get their information, so that you can be in contact with whoever your assigned attorney is before your next court date. Okay? Okay, we're going to give you a notice. Thank you, sir. All right, we'll go back to Ms. Woodley.
All right, thank you. Brian Jackson, 20MM1424. This is going to be a resolution. We're in agreement. He's just getting some community service hours done before he enters into the plea, and he's got 3 hours of them done. So if I can get a continuance, because he's had some problems getting the community service hours done, since it's every time he goes there, they're limiting him into when he can get them done. So it has been a struggle, but to his credit, he's going above and beyond, going to different places and calling multiple places and showing up to a second place to try his best to get as many as he could. He was on a wait list for YMCA, St. Matthew's House. He now just found a church.
Okay. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. And next would be Nancy Kirchner in 20MM1652. I do have a motion in limine scheduled for the hearing of the 30th of March. So if I can get a continuance so that hearing can be held.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
And next would be Joseph
Hang
Lehman.
on. I'm just
Sorry.
looking at something. All right, we'll go ahead and continue it to April 1st at, actually, let's put it on the, let's go ahead and do the pretrial at the same time as the motion in limine, March 30th at 10 a.m.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, next would be Joseph Lehman in 19 CT 1849. I did just file a motion to suppress statements. I believe I just did that a few days ago. So if I can get a continuance, I have a hearing date on March 23rd at 1:30 for that. If I can get a continuance to April 1st, or we want to have the pretrial date on March 23rd.
Well, a notice hasn't been filed yet, so. Any objection?
Judge, no objection to this continuance. However, the state will ask that it's the last continuance or the final continuance granted by the court.
All right. All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock, final continuance.
All right, Todd Leitner in 21 CT 2. If I could just confirm with Ms. Bonilla on one thing.
Go ahead.
Is mail-in probation, is that, I think I have this in an email. Are you fine with mail-in probation for this?
Yes. Yes, Ms. That was confirmed with you on February 23rd. I have no objection to mail-in probation.
All right, we can actually put this on the 215 docket if that's okay with you, Judge.
Is he in custody?
He is in custody.
Any objection? Is that for a plea?
It is for a plea.
And do we have a jail though? Lightner, Lightner. Okay. Any objection to setting this at 2:15 for a plea?
No, Judge. I believe ASA James Stewart will be handling 215 pleas today.
Okay. All right. Let's continue it to 2:15 for a plea.
Thank you. And next would be Edgar Lopez, 20MM1877. And he would like to accept the state's offer. If I can have a date for an in-person plea, or I could just set that up with your judicial assistant.
This is Edgar Lopez.
Yes, 20MM1877.
We could do March 5th.
March 5th works.
All right, March 5th at 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you. Next would be Christopher Rodriguez, 20CT1825. If I can get a continuance, there's some phone, I think his phone went out of service. So I'm just trying to have my investigator help me out with that.
You know that there's an active warrant?
I did not.
He has missed his check-ins for pretrial supervision. And I signed a warrant revoking pretrial supervision and setting bond of $2,000.
I kind of know why you can't find him, Miss Woodley. You cannot find Mr. Rodriguez because he is currently in custody in Hendry County.
That'd explain it.
He just pled to 30 days on the 9th of February. So
My guess is he will be held in Hendry unless he can bond out on this charge.
All right, if I can get a continuance to reach out to Hendry County, maybe they can resolve this over there. I'll try to find his public defender.
If he's gonna enter into a negotiated plea, the court would have no objection to Hendry County hearing that if the state had no objection.
Oh, Judge, I have no objection to Miss Woodley doing that.
Are you okay with him? I know this has 15 days of jail. Would you be fine with him while he's sitting over there getting the, well, I guess, would you count the jail time if we include it in the plea?
Absolutely. I'll send you an amended offer after today.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Binia.
All right, so we'll go ahead and continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you. And next would be Christian Shuck in 20MM1809. I did just convey an offer to him if I can get a continuance on this. I believe this is the first pre-trial for him, for at least with me representing him. So if I can get one continuance, I shouldn't need more than that.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. Next would be Jarrett Smith, 20CT777. I mailed him the new discovery and he didn't receive it yet because it just got through to the mail, or just went in the mail on the 17th. So if I can get a continuance for him to have time to watch that. He does live a couple hours away, I believe 2.5 hours away. I can continue to April 1st.
Judge.
Ms. Woodley, we're on Jarrett Smith, right?
Yes.
And what are you requesting?
A continuance to the April 1st date so he can review the new discovery.
Okay. You know this is currently set for calendar call March 8th and jury trial March 9th.
Yes, and I was having some problems with the video getting the audio to work. And then I finally got the video to work and a copy of it and mailed it to him on the 17th.
So you're stating that you're not ready for trial?
I am. I would feel more comfortable that if he had a chance to watch it, and since it just got in the mail on the 17th and he hasn't received it yet, I would rather continue this out until he had a chance to watch all the discovery.
Ms. Bonilla?
Judge, if I may, the state is objecting to the continuance. For one, new videos, which was what was in dispute last court date, was provided to Ms. Woodley a week thereafter. We had been waiting on redactions from Ms. Woodley for quite some time now. We are asking that this case be set for trial. The state is ready to proceed. Ms. Woodley, we are asking that we get those redactions prior to calendar call. At one point, defense was ready for trial, and now they're not ready for trial. State is ready to proceed to trial, Judge.
Well, if you haven't agreed upon redactions of the video, then it sounds like a motion in limine would need to be filed. So it doesn't appear that both sides are ready. I'm going to go ahead and grant the continuance. We'll cancel the trial as well as the calendar call on March 8th and 9th and set it for pretrial conference on April 1st at 9 o'clock. Madam Clerk, if you'll mark this as final continuance.
Thank you. And if we're ready for the next one.
Go ahead.
Thank you. The next one will be Juan Solario in 20 CT 2197. I do need to go over the discovery. He hasn't seen the video yet, so if I can get a continuance to the April 1st pretrial date.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. And then next would be Brett Spalding in 20 MM 1172. I just got a plea offer, and he has a second case, but I just got appointed to that, and I'm not showing it on this docket. He has another case, 21 MM 184, and this is a global offer that I need to go over with him. So if I can get this continued to the April 1st pretrial date.
Judge, no objection from the state.
All right, looks like his other case is already set there. All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next would be Struck in 20 MM 532. You can set this for trial or trial call.
You're ready for trial?
Yes.
State ready?
Yes, Judge, the state is ready to proceed. However, I just want to clarify with Ms. Woodley, you did receive an offer via on February 19th, and that offer was a withhold of an adjudication and court costs and costs of prosecution.
Yes, I received that.
All right, calendar call March 8th, 9 o'clock, trial March 9th, 9 o'clock.
Next, Kenneth Tanksley, 20 CT 271. We can set this for trial call on March 8th, ready for trial.
State ready?
I am checking right now, Your Honor. The state is ready to proceed to trial, Your Honor.
All right, calendar call March 8th, trial March 9th, 9 o'clock both days.
And next would be Timothy Unstifer in 19 MM 1933, ready for trial. You can set this for trial call.
State ready?
Judge, the state is ready to proceed to trial.
All right, calendar call March 8th, trial March 9th, 9 o'clock both days.
And that looks like that's all my cases.
Look.
Am I wrong?
Looks like you are correct, Ms. Woodley. All right, Ms. Woodley and Ms. Armpriest, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay. So probably if I have time later today, or it may be tomorrow, I will send out a list of the cases that are, and this is for you too, Ms. Bonilla. I'll send out a list of cases that are ready for trial, that are set for trial, and I'll put them in the order in which they will be heard, and we'll include the pandemic jury procedures.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Woodley.
I'll see you this afternoon for 24s. Have a good rest of your morning, Judge.
Thank you. You too. See you then.
Thanks.
All right. Ms. Armpriester, give me one moment.
Sure.
Okay, able to reach Ian. Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like he is in the wrong Zoom hearing. All right, thanks. Bye. Okay. All right, go ahead, Ms. Armpriester.
Judge, first I have Brenda Doyon-Searcy, 20 mm 2035. If I could please have a continuance to April 1st. This is a relatively newer case. I'm still working on discovery.
Okay. Last name Doyon. 20 mm 2035. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Judge, next is Marlena Melise Elbert, 20 mm 2001. I have a motion calendared for March 30th. If we could have the 4/1 pretrial date.
How about if we just do the pretrial on the March 30th docket?
Fine with me.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll continue to March 30th at 9 o'clock.
Next is Hector Luis Fontanez Alvarado, 20 mm 685. Your Honor, I've not been able to have contact with him. If I could please have a continuance.
What was the case number again?
20 mm 685. I had contact with him and it was good contact, as did Ms. Woodley. It's just a matter of me discussing a potential motion based on the paraphernalia with him.
My concern is the age of this case and losing contact with him at this point.
I completely understand, Your Honor.
Judge, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Can we set this for status and require the defendant's presence? Should he not show up to court at the next court date, the state will be asking the court to issue a bench warrant.
The only thing I would represent to the court in response to that is it looks like as of 5 weeks ago, our office had good contact with him, but I will defer to the court.
I'll note that his order that we sent on January 29th was returned, although it did provide a new address, which wasn't, Madam Clerk, we need to update the address in this case. From the return envelope from February 2nd. Do you see that?
So we're going to put the 7704th Street address in?
Yes. (770) 4th Street, Southeast Naples, Florida 34117. Ms. Armpriester, I'd like to go ahead and set this for a status. It does not look like he's appeared in court for since probably his arraignment in June. Not that he would necessarily be required to, but let's go ahead and set it for status for March 5th at 9 o'clock, defendant's presence required.
He may appear on Zoom though.
He can appear via Zoom. Yes, March 5th, 9 o'clock. And Ms. Armpriester, let me go to Mr. Clark and then I'll come back to you.
May I step out of my office for about 30 seconds, Judge?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you.
Morning, Judge.
Mr. Clark.
I apologize. I don't know what was going on. I was using one link and then I received correspondence from your judicial assistant and I used the other link. So I apologize for the tardiness.
That's okay.
Manually.
That's okay. We actually have one of your clients in the Zoom room. It's Juan Ruiz Perez, case number 20MM2003.
I wasn't aware that I had that particular client, Judge.
Yeah, it looks like I just signed the order Monday.
Okay, that's fine, Judge. I can give him my telephone number and he can give me a call.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Ruiz?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Clark's going to give you his phone number, okay?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Area code 239
Yes, Your Honor.
417
Okay.
6209.
Okay.
Just give me a call and we can discuss the case. And Judge, for purposes of the case, I would ask for a continuance to the next pretrial conference as we were just recently appointed. And I need to get the discovery and speak to my client and the like.
All right. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 1st at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Ruiz. Make sure to stay in contact with Mr. Clark before that next court date, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good day. Thanks for your patience today.
Thank you.
Judge, I have two other cases. Would you like me to call?
Sure, go ahead.
The first one is Ite Cisneros Castillo. It's a 20MM971.
Okay.
And Judge, Miss Cisneros Castillo is taking the diversion offer. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Cruz this afternoon. I'm hoping that she'll be able to sign up. She's had some difficulty getting a hold of the money for purposes of the actual sign up, but she does want to do it and she's been trying to do that and she's been in contact with me. So, if it's not at today's session, we're going to reschedule it as soon as she has the money, but hopefully it'll be done by today. So I would just ask for the next pretrial for purposes of her signing up.
All right. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. We'll continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. The next one I have is Carlos Aguiar, 20MM1016. As you may recall, Judge, Mr. Aguiar had two other, I believe, at least one other felony case. There were two cases. I resolved both of those cases. I know Ms. Bonilla was working to get in contact with the victim in this case to see if she could basically approve a counteroffer by us so that, for all intents and purposes, so he wasn't placed on multiple probations and the like. So I don't know if Ms. Bonilla has been able to do that, but in any event, we'd like to set this for a plea so that we can get it resolved.
Will that be an in-person plea?
He is in custody, Judge.
Oh, he's in custody.
Yeah.
All right.
I have made multiple attempts to speak to the victim on this case. Mr. Clark, if you can give me a call around 1:30, 2 o'clock, I'm pretty sure we can resolve this sooner than later.
That's fine, and I that's his intention to resolve it. So all we need at this point is a plea date, and then obviously he's still got a couple of months left, Judge. On both charges most likely, and then he will be released. So,
all right. I tell you what we ought to do is just go ahead and continue this to the next pretrial on April 1st at 9 o'clock. And then when you're ready or when your client's ready to enter the plea, you can contact, if it's this week, you can contact, well, today's Thursday. So if it's tomorrow, we can set it on 2/15. And if it's not tomorrow, then I have no objection to setting it on another judge's 2/15 docket.
Okay, and that's probably better, Judge, because I do need to convey whatever offer we finally, come up with.
Right.
And again, either resolution is going to result in, most likely the same time in the same release. So that's not the question. The question is, I just want to be able to have time to explain it to him so he knows what he's playing to, which is probably a good idea.
Absolutely. All right. Any objection to that, Ms. Bonilla?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. We'll go ahead and continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock. And Mr. Clark, when your client's ready, we'll put it on a 2/15 docket for a plea.
Okay, I'll do that, Judge. And Ms. Bonilla, I'll be in contact with you about that. Are there any other surprise appointments, Judge?
I don't see any more, Mr. Clark.
Very well. I appreciate it, Judge. I apologize for the tardiness again, and I'm going to jump back off with Judge Manuelich.
No worries. Have a
Have
good
a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right, Ms. Armpriester, we'll go back to you.
Judge, next is Jose Luis Garcia. He's in custody. Your Honor, the docket reflects that he speaks Spanish. However, it is mom. I have an visit with a mom interpreter today. If I could, I would actually like to put this on the March 5th status date, if possible.
Well, the problem is he's in custody. And what would be the purpose of the status?
So that he can resolve his case if that's what he chooses to do.
What I would prefer to do is continue it to the next pretrial conference. And then when he's ready, or if he wants to accept the offer, then you can add it to a 2/15 docket.
Okay, April 1st, please.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next is Daniel Garcia, 20 CT 2149. Actually, we already called that one. He's set for plea. I apologize. Next is Antonio Mendez Garza Hernandez, 20 1914. Your Honor, I am seeking a continuance to the next pretrial. I also have a Daubert motion pending on March 30th. So if we want to put the pretrial on that date, that's fine.
I do see the notice has been filed for the March 30th hearing date. Any objection to continuing it to March 30th, Ms. Bonilla?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue it to March 30th at 9 o'clock, same time as the hearing.
Next is Lisa Goodman, 20 2079. Your Honor, I want to seek a continuance to the April date. I just want to let the state know for their file. This will most likely be set for trial in April. I'm just working on getting some sworn statements and I'll have them disclosed to the state.
I do see that the defense filed some additional witness lists this week.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, Ms. Bonilla?
No, Judge. No objection.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next is Angelo Gutierrez, 20 CT 1514. I'd like to set this for a plea. March 5th is fine.
Any objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
Next is Ms. Dee Dee Habedank, 20 622. Judge, I've mailed her the plea and absentia paperwork, and she is working on getting that notarized and printed. We could have the April 1st date.
All right, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next, I have Timothy Gregory Hayes, 20 CT 1409. If we could set for plea, March 5th is fine.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
Next is Jasper Lee Hurd, 20 650. Also like to set that for a plea.
Same date.
Same date.
All right, March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
Next is Miguel Roy Martinez, 20 CT 2372. Judge, I did provide a valid license to the state today. They've informed me that they're willing to amend to a no valid. We'll set for plea on March 5th, please.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea. Miguel Roy Martinez, 20 CT 2372.
Pardon me.
We've got 2 cases on the docket. Was that involved?
Ms. Armpriester, he's got a second case. I'm not showing that the public defender is on that one. It's also for driving while license suspended or revoked.
Your Honor, I'm not sure why I'm not on that case. I can look into that. Is it possible, since they're both the same, Madam State, can you convey to me an offer for the other one that I can relay, and I'll have him get an app filled out, and we can just set both for the 3-5 date if the court will indulge me?
2372, correct?
2358 is the one that looks like there was a temporary appointment of the public defender at the last court date, but no application was filed.
Miss Armpriester, the same plea offer for the other case is the same here.
Okay.
He did fix his license. The state's offer, which is to run concurrently for both cases, an adjudication of guilt, $150 fine, and court costs and cost of prosecution.
Okay, we can set that for March 5th, please.
All right, let's set both cases for March 5th at 9 o'clock.
Next, if Madam Clerk's ready.
Yes.
Jeffrey Allen Matter, 20 CT 1952. If we could have the April 1st pretrial date. Mr. Matter is still working on his license, but he is making progress. And I know he's gonna attempt to meet with Green Light tomorrow. He did call them already.
All right, any objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next is Mr. Michael Ronald McLean. He is in custody, 20 MM 2081. Judge, if we could, we can continue this to the next pretrial date. Madam State, this will most likely be set for trial at the next pretrial.
No objection to the continuance, but as far as it being set for trial, Ms. Armpriester, this case is fairly new. If we can continue negotiations, that to try and resolve. Let me try and talk to, my witnesses here, the victim in this case, and I can get back with you.
Okay, only because from the defense's perspective, it's not fairly new because it's 8 weeks old that he's been in custody. So if you could, you and I can talk after court today, that's fine.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock. And Ms. Armpriester, before I let you call your next case, let me call on the person who just joined us in Zoom, person whose screen name is John.
Yes, this is John Lacey. I'm sorry, I just honestly was going through a lot and I forgot I had court. I just realized it.
All right, Mr. Lacey, case number 20MM1931.
Your Honor, if I may seek provisional appointment, I've represented Mr. Lacey prior and he was supposed to fill out an application.
I know, I'm sorry. You guys, it's really hard to get over there. I can go today to go apply for it.
You can do it online.
I'll do it online? I did not know that.
Right.
I'll do that right now, or right after this.
Mr. Lacey, you want me to make a temporary appointment of the public defender?
Yeah, can you please?
All right, I'll make a temporary appointment of the public defender. Ms. Armpriester, are you requesting a continuance?
To April 1st, please, Judge.
All right, Mr. Lacey, make sure you get that application completed.
Okay, I will. And also, I am with, all right, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Did you have a question?
No, okay, wait, I'm with my girlfriend's mom. She also has a court date and she's trying to get on, and I was wondering if she can go on mine because her phone's messed up right now. We was both at the court on the same day.
With me?
Yes.
That's fine. All right, Ms. Bonilla, any objection to continuing Mr. Lacy's case to the next pretrial?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lacy, we're going to continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock. Get the application completed and stay in contact with the public defender.
Okay, well.
All right, and then who do you have with you?
Linda Hart.
All right.
Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Hart. This is case number 20MM1941.
Correct. I apologize for being late, sir.
That's all right. A moment to pull up your case. Ms. Hart, you're charged with use of a fraudulently obtained or a false receipt, which is a first-degree misdemeanor, as well as petty theft, 2 or more, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you understand you have the right to an attorney? If you cannot afford one, I would appoint one to represent you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I see that I made a temporary appointment of the public defender at the last court date. However, I don't see that an application for the public defender has been completed.
No, I called down there and went online and I did the application, but they've never called me back or anything. I've called them one time and they said that there was a message saying that they were already closed for the day and to leave a message and they were closed for lunch and to leave a message and they would call me back, and I have yet to hear anything.
Did you send the application back to the clerk?
What I did was over the internet.
Right, but I don't know that there's a way to transmit that over the internet.
Oh, I thought that was the application process, just to do that on the internet and then, okay. If you just explain to me what to do, sir, I will complete it right now.
All right. Do you want me to go ahead and make a temporary appointment of the public defender again?
Yes, sir, if you could, please.
All right, I'll make a temporary appointment of the public defender. Ms. Armpriester?
Yes, Judge, if I could please have the April 1st date for pretrial conference.
All right, do you want to explain to Ms. Hart what she needs to do?
Yes, ma'am. I can take your phone number or an email, but online you can go to the Collier County Clerk of Court's website and fill out the application for indigency there. And it'll take a couple days for that to get processed. And then either myself or Ms. Woodley will be appointed to your case.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Do you need my email?
What's your phone number?
It's area code 239-270-0977.
Okay, I'll be in touch with you and send you instructions.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Will that be today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure.
All right. Ms. Bonilla, any objection to continuing it to April 1st?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Hart, we'll continue April 1st at
April
9
1st.
o'clock. Make sure to get that application completed and stay in contact with the public defender's office.
Yes, sir. Will this be a Zoom hearing or would it be a in-person hearing?
It'll be Zoom.
Zoom? Okay, yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, Ms. Armpriester, I'll go back to you.
Ivan Moreno Mendoza, 20 CT 878. If we could set for plea on March 5th at 9.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
Next is Nicole Lynn Norman, 20 CT 1496. Your Honor, she was on the Zoom call earlier, but her child had a doctor's appointment, so she had to excuse herself. She's making payments towards her driver's license. I believe she just paid $100 this week. If we could have April 1st.
Any objection?
Sorry, if you can have a what, Ms. Armpriester?
April 1st, please.
Oh, no objection.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next is Carlos Alberto Palacios, 20 CT 2134. Same situation, Judge. He owes about $4,000, but he is working hard on paying that off. If we could have April 1st, please.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next is Caston Paul, 20 1567. Judge, I'm seeking a continuance, but I'm not able to represent any contact to the court.
Okay, let's take a look here. do see that the order for today's hearing was returned. I see that the notice is also returned. You want a continuance and see if your investigator can contact his bondsman?
Judge, I've reached out to my investigator who's reached out to the bondsman, and just in full candor to the court, the bondsman is not able to locate them, but myself, my investigator, and Liberty Bail Bonds, we're all in communication. We've searched Vine, we've searched Facebook, we've searched the calls. Unfortunately, we just can't locate him.
Okay. All right. Let's set it for March 5th at 9 o'clock for a status. Defendant's presence required.
Your Honor, if I may ask a question, I don't mean for it to sound ignorant, but on some of these cases, if I'm able to make contact where their presence is required, if I'm able to represent contact, would that be enough to avoid a bench warrant, or you need to physically lay eyes on them?
If you get a signed and dated waiver from them, I would accept that.
Thank you.
Provided it's dated after today's date.
Okay. I've just seen a couple of things play out where people aren't available, and I just wanted to know the answer to that question, but should anything pop up. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Michael White Pearson, 20MM945. Pardon me, Judge, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I just emailed Mr. Pearson last week the plea in absentia paperwork. We're just waiting on getting it back. If we could have April 1st.
Ms. Armpriester, give me one moment on this one.
There was a prior bench warrant, Your Honor, and we have been working on the plea in absentia since the last cycle. However, I made a mistake on the documents that I first sent him, so we unfortunately lost some time, and that was my fault.
All right. Any objection to a continuance?
No, Judge, I would ask that this be the final continuance.
Mr. Pearson has made contact with me. He was the one who actually caught the mistake. I have no problem falling on my sword on that. It was my fault.
All right. Were you requesting the April 1st? I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right. We'll go ahead and continue it to April 1st at 9 o'clock. And Ms. Armpriester, it looks like we don't have a good address for your client anymore.
I will have him update that with the clerk.
Okay. Final continuance.
Next is Sarah Elizabeth Popel, 20MM1808. If we could have the April 1st date, please.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
Next is Marisol Valdez, 20CT1481. Judge, if we could set this for plea, it does involve some jail time. If we could have anything later than the March 5th date, I've spoken with her felony attorney and they're trying to work out a concurrent offer on that. And Mr. Khalil had just asked me to set her plea out as far out as I could.
I can do March 30th.
That'd be great.
Any objection to that, Ms. Benia? I'm sorry.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 30th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
And next is Ronnie Jean Williams, 20mm116. Your Honor, this was a diversion failure. I've spoken with her counselors, and it appears there was a miscommunication between Collier County Counseling and Mr. Cruz. If I could have the April 1st date so I could get some information over to the state.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 1st at 9 o'clock.
And I can represent that Ms. Williams has completed one of the things, and she is nearly done with the other sanction, just so that the state can notate their file. And last but most definitely not least on my list is Bradley Young, 20mm1687, and we would like to set this for plea. March 5th is fine.
Got a warrant? Young?
Yes,
Out of county? Okay. You're showing a BOP felony?
It's 20 CF 1471. So it's petition of BOP. Unless he has, he's talking about the other Young. Or,
What was that, Judge?
Hang on, we're trying to figure out.
Oh, I see it.
Oh yeah, he does have a warrant. For
I
20
show that it was closed.
it was issued yesterday.
It was issued yesterday. That's why you don't have it either. In case number 20 CF 1471, Ms. Armpriester, he has a felony BOP warrant. Okay, so you want to set this for a plea March 5th?
Please.
All right. If he gets picked up before then, we may change that.
That's fine.
All right. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. March 5th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
I believe that concludes my cases, Your Honor.
I believe it does too, Ms. Armpriester.
May I please be excused?
You may. Thank you, Ms. Armpriester. Have a good afternoon.
You too, Your Honor. I will not be at 24th today, and I'm out tomorrow for medical purposes, so I will see you next week.
Okay. See you Monday.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. I believe that leaves one case left. Pompilo Labra Rosas, case number 20 CT 2247. Signed for his notice to appear. No attorney. Is he in custody? No, I'm showing. Yeah, looks like a citation.
I'm checking right now, Judge, to see if he's in custody. I believe he was given a notice to appear, Judge, for this case. It doesn't show he's in custody.
All right, let's just set it for a status March 5th at 9 o'clock, defendant's presence required. All right, anything else to come before the court?
No, Judge, not at this time.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bonilla.
Thank you. I will see you tomorrow morning in the courtroom.
All right, see you in the morning. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Take care.